Welcome to the course. I gave you a broad overview of the course in the opening remarks. Now we're going to take a look at an overview of each one of the modules that you'll see as you get into the course. This is an overview to Module 1, which is basically an introduction to the specific content of the course. What we look at in Chapter 1, which is an introductory chapter, we focus on best practices, the best practices in recruitment and selection, and why best practices improve the bottom line of an organization and keep you out of legal trouble. Best practices are those that are based on scientific information. And what we're going to be looking at in the course are the two foundations on which we will be doing selection, namely the scientific foundation, reliability and validity of selection tools, and the legal foundation of knowing what tools we can and cannot use, and tools that have to be in compliance with different legal regimes. In Canada, there are 4 sources of information that we have to be aware of: constitutional, human rights, employment law, and equity legislation that we'll be talking about in Module 3. These have an impact on what we can do in an organization with respect to hiring. We want to find the best people for the job, and we're going to be looking at knowledge, skills, and abilities, but they have to be job related. And that's where we say we're going to look at instruments that are job related, are valid, and reliable. Now, sometimes when we're doing all this, we run into ethical dilemmas where the best practices, where the guidelines, the professional codes of ethics direct us in one way, and a client may want us to move in another way. We have to resolve those ethical dilemmas before we can move on. And we give you some information on how to do that through looking at your codes, talking to colleagues, and understanding what is involved in this whole selection process. So take a look at Chapter 1. This prepares you for the other modules. Thanks a lot.